Okay, well, I thought the storyline of the day would be, just a real game, would be to play the first team defense, especially early on before we took some guys out. Two defensive ends played extremely well today, and T.J. McDonald and Kel Roby, so that was good to see. It was good that we stayed healthy for the guys that did play. We stayed healthy, which obviously is always a scare in this game, especially what happened last year. So that was good. Some guys did come out of the game with injuries, but we don't think any of them are very severe. The most severe would have maybe been Rhett, but he's already been x-rayed and they were negative with his back. So it was good to see some guys push through, especially the running backs with being very hurt. As you can see, Curtis and Dylan stayed in there even though they were banged up. Mark was out with a concussion, and then DJ was out with a shoulder. So some good things.
What happened to Robert Woods today?
Robert Woods hurt his ankle yesterday playing basketball. So we now have a new no basketball policy the day before the spring game. But it's not nothing serious. He warmed up but couldn't go, and really maybe a good thing that it happened really. Because a guy like that, you'd hate for him to get hurt today, something serious. So he would not have played very much anyway today.
Which unit do you think made the most improvement since week 1, and which one do you think has the toughest road ahead before the fall?
I think the linebackers probably made the most improvement for a group that really, the 3 projected starters probably didn't play at all spring, so you really had a bunch of guys who've never played at all. And so for those guys to be functional in there and improve, and headlining with Hayes Plard and move from Deion Bailey, moving him from safety there, and then Simmons playing pretty well this spring was good to see. The offensive line, I think, has the most work by far. As you saw today, we basically played with one player that's played college football, significant snap of college football, so we have a lot of work to do there.
How would you evaluate Matt today?
Khalil or Barkley?
Barkley.
I think it's hard to evaluate. I think you guys probably had to go to your rosters a lot to know who the guys were out there that were running routes for him. So I think it's tough to evaluate him in that setting because you just have so many guys that really have never played before. So
What happened to Carswell?
yeah, Carswell had concussion symptoms. So obviously that kind of threw us off from early on with Robert being out, Carswell being out, Flournoy getting hurt on the first series of the game, Red Ellison getting hurt early. That really hurt outside what we could do outside. But he found a way to make sure he throws the ball every time to his cousin.
Did anyone surprise you today?
Speaking of Robbie, I think Robbie played well. Had a number of catches in there. It was good to see Markeith bounce back from a bad start and really a bad camp in general to make some plays. And I liked Dylan's toughness at the end. Didn't like the way he ran out of bounds early in the game. It was addressed, and he came back in there pretty banged up and competed well at the end.
Would you say that Xavier Grimble was one of the better players on offense today?
Yeah, I think Xavier did well. I think he's had a good camp too. I think he's got potential to be a really good tight end for us. We just have to continue to develop him. He's just in his second semester along with a lot of these guys.
Talked the other day about letting this team hit. How do you evaluate the way they're hitting out there and the way the defense is taking advantage of that?
I think the defense is improved from a year ago. Even though we have a number of guys out with 2 potential D-line starters out, potentially all 3 linebackers out. So I think they did do better. I don't know how good of a look we're giving them on offense, to really challenge them. So hopefully we can give them a better look in the fall.
How concerned are you with the missed kicks today?
Well, the new kicker went 1 for 3, and one of them was really long. It was 52, so really kind of 1 for 2 under 50. So he's supposed to be a senior in high school, so a lot of work to do with him.
Do you have any kind of feel for what kind of a team you have at this point, or is it just too hard to say with so many guys having been out this spring?
I don't. Hopefully we're really good on defense and really good on special teams. We've got a lot of work to do on offense. It is hard to assess with so many people out for all of spring and so many people coming in that are going to have to play for us. It's really hard to address where we're at and figure it out.
Thank you.